Notification though. YouTube ain't pop up in the notification yet though. Neither the Facebook. Oh, should I ain't take it to the other what's the name? Or do it work from that now? Most High in Christ. It look it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked. Did it pop? Because I got my notification on there, so we good. We good to roll. So, oh, good night. All right. And then Most High in Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. It's I.S.U.P.K. Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's a brotherhood class, man. You know, it's that class where we teach, you know what I'm saying, what could help build us up as a nation. You know what I'm saying? Without it, we break down as a nation, you know what I'm saying? And because of it, you know what I'm saying, our oppressor, you know what I'm saying, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of, can have, you know, this sense of control over us that we give to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's a shame in this place, you know what I'm saying, 2020, when, you know what I'm saying, you could roll down the street and almost see a brother, you know what I'm saying, lynched in a tree. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame when you can even catch that type of footage, you know what I'm saying, on social media. But it's our Christian pastors, man. It's our leaders. Like, that's the problem with us, you know what I'm saying? And our leaders have put us in a docile position, man. You know what I'm saying? They love you to sleep with a good song and dance every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? They teach your women to be horrible monsters to these to brothers, which puts them in an emasculated spirit. And you know what? It puts them in a bent over position in this place, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's a terrible thing in this place, man, to have to, you know, riot and protest just to get civil rights or to be treated like decent humans. You know what I'm saying? We got a protest for that. But, you know, just recently you had the Supreme Court, you know, or legislation passed laws, you know, giving the LGBT community more rights than just regular old black men. That they can get, you know, civil treatment when they go places, that a man with a mental issue can be called a woman before you can be treated like a man. That's just vile and disgusting, man. That needs to be corrected in this place. But you ain't gonna get correction in this place from rioting and loot. Now, yeah, it'll be some change, but it's not gonna be effective change. It's not gonna be the change that you want in this place. You know, in order to get the change that you want in this place, you got to begin to take your spirit away from your oppressor and begin to give your love, your hard work, your effort, your blood, sweat, and your tears to your nation of people. That's how we begin to get change in this place, man. You don't get change from begging for mercy. You don't get no change from that. That's like the sheep going to the wolf, and the wolf is constantly hungry, and the sheep going to the wolf and saying, hey, look, turning tail or going belly up. Belly up is, you know, it's what, you know, what certain animals do when they submit. You go to the wolf and you show them your sweet side, your soft side. We ain't getting changed like that. You begging for mercy in this place when this place should be begging for mercy from your power. But you don't want to take heed to your power. You turn your face away from the book. You say the book is a white man book. You don't believe that brothers could have done something so great. You don't believe that black people are great. But we tell y'all every day, and have been saying this same thing since 1969, that a black man, a Hispanic man, a Native American man is the greatest thing that you could ever have close to you. And that's for men and women alike, to be, you know, together in a togetherness with your brother. That's one of the most powerful things that you could ever do in this place, man. That's why the I.S.U.P.K is hated by everybody. They hate us everywhere, from the no names to the big names, We get hate from every classification or group or organization because we stand together in solidarity. I've been seeing that word for about a week now, that this organization and that organization is in solidarity with the black community. No, you ain't. You ain't in solidarity with us. Everybody's so solid now. When you see a death that gets publicized, that's when there's solidarity. But there ain't no solidarity when a black man coming home from the joint after 5 years need a job, a good enough job to pay the child support for the 3 kids that he had to leave behind because the system beforehand wouldn't give him a job, that he had to wind up selling dope or kicking doors, to feed. And now after he gone, baby mama then went and got another man that she laying up with and getting public assistance from her real man or her white man. And then the brother come home, he can't even get a job paying enough to pay rent somewhere, to pay $500 in rent. This place is disgusting, man. It's filthy. And how we change that, man, is brotherhood. There was a point in time, man, brother go to jail. He come home to uncle that got a barbershop. Get to sweeping the floors for about $5 an hour. At least he got something. Put something on his belly, man. In this place, you can't put nothing on your belly. They rather you starve in this place. And the more we beg, the more we ask for mercy, is the more they twist our arms and put their knee on our neck, man. The more this gonna happen. It's coming soon, you know what I'm saying? We're finna have, one of the most wickedest holidays that you can imagine, at least for black folks, because when they were steady gaining their independence, they still had you in chains. You're gonna do all this marching and all this burning down and all this hoop line. You got sisters twerking in front of officers on the internet, which is crazy as hell. Got all this going on and throwing them the finger, shooting them the bird, just to celebrate their holidays, man. You got to be out your goddamn mind, man. We are insane in this place and have been living insane for years, for hundreds of years now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go into it, though. Got the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Man, are we homeborn slaves in this place, man? That we got to sit up here and most of y'all are begging massa for mercy. Are you a homeborn slave enough to get beat and then to turn around and not understand what you doing wrong? Like that's what slaves do. A slave get beat and then wonder, well, what have I done wrong? What am I doing wrong in this place, man? If you look at history, if you read the books, do the research, get the knowledge, get the understanding, you'll know that you have done nothing wrong in this place, man. There's nothing that a black man has done to an oppressor to be murdered on the side of the road like a dog. We built this place for hundreds of years. We helped build every major city. We've helped establish every major institution. Anything that you can name that America has a good standing in, there's a black man, there's a Hispanic man, there's a Native man that's been deeply involved and deeply rooted into that organization or institution, man. I don't care whether you're talking about government. I don't care whether you're talking about, healthcare. We all in there. But the problem is, man, is that we consider ourselves to still be slaves in this place, man. Free yourself from that oppression, man. How do you free yourself? Which that's the big picture, or that's the big question that most of us don't understand. We don't know how to free ourselves when we become deeply imparted into their lifestyle. We all want to live the American dream. We want the White House, the big house with the picket fence. Well, that's your oppressor's dream. The scriptures say, man, Jacob was a plain man who dwelled in tents. He ain't need much. All he needed was his wives, his kids, and he was going to make it happen. That's That's normal for a black man to just want him just a small piece of pie. We never need the biggest. We never want the flashiest. We can make something out of nothing. We always do. I'm in Houston now. I'm not from Houston, but I'm originally from Indiana. But you know what we do in Indiana, man? We go get us an old car, throw some 20-inch rims on it, throw something in the trunk, throw some tint on that mug, and maybe get some fresh black paint. And that's it. And I'm good. I'm rolling. Down here, I done seen brothers go get 40-year-old cars and turn them into $60,000 rolling machines just because. That's just how we are. That's just natural to us. But what else is natural, or what's becoming natural to us, is the mindset of being a slave, man. You got to free yourself from this place, man. But why is he spoiled, man? It's the third question that the Most High. Why is he spoiled, man? Why is Israel so spoiled? Why are we so destroyed, man? We don't understand it's our leadership. We don't understand that we do it to ourselves through our leadership, through our behavior, through the natural things that we just wake up and do and say to one another. Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, right now you got brothers that's on the internet that ask, you know what I'm saying? Well, thank you to my white brothers and sisters that's out there protesting with us. That's a part of the reason. You don't think that you could do it on your own. You got to have the help from your oppressor. We never needed our oppressor's help. They help in spoiling us, and we ask for this. This is what we ask for. And we think that we don't. When Martin Luther King had his dream, he asked for a brother like George Floyd to be killed. He asked for Trayvon Martin to be killed when he asked to join us to our oppressor. That's natural for an oppressor or for groups of oppressors to oppress or to kill black men. That's natural for them. That's as old as the scriptures, man. It say that Esau went looking for Jacob once they separated and became their own men, and Jacob took that birthright. Esau hunted for Jacob. He couldn't wait to get his hands on him. And we here in America with our oppressor, we here with Esau. And we join to Esau now because of our leaders, because of what they teach in Christianity, to all join hands, this togetherness, to be a part of America, to be a part of the melting pot. This is why we spoiled, man. Not spoiled like old milk, but spoiled as in destroyed. We're destroyed in this place because of our leadership, because of the lack of leadership that we have, man, or good leadership, because we got a leader. We have a house here in this place. It's called the I.S.U.P.K. We have a leader, Commanding General YAHANNA, and we're not spoiled in here. We're not destroyed. We're building something in this place. If you watched, you know, a few weeks ago, we got land out here in Texas now. But that's one plot of the many more that Commanding General YAHANNA is looking to put under our control. You know what I'm saying? For us to have land, for us to have, you know, food, for us to have meat, vegetables, fruit, for us to be able to take care of ourselves in times like this, when the oppressors can run to the store and go literally buy up the entire grocery store. And then you go in there for your regular 2-week or 3-week grocery shopping, and you going to go get your regular pack of hot dogs, and you see an oppressor stroll off with 50 of them in his stroller. You can't even buy the same amount of food that they're going to buy whenever this happens. But you know what you can do? After this point, if you come in under this house at this time, you can lean on the Commanding General YAHANNA to feed you. Right now, he's sent tons of food out to the areas in America that needed it. You know what I'm saying? Where those Christian pastors are doing that? Let's see what they're doing at this time. You have folks like Joel Osteen who closed the doors during he went and shelled up in his mini mansion throughout the virus. That's what all your pastors went and did. I saw another pastor once he opened the doors back, he's shooting holy water at the parishioners. You don't even want to touch them. All that divine power, all of that healing power, it went to you having to actually stay 6 feet away. Christ touched hands with the lepers, man. Christ walked amongst them. That's power. That's healing power. The doors here, 7701 Belford, were open every day throughout the shutdown. We never closed. We didn't mind. You can come in here, and if you needed a hug, you can get a hug from up in here. Because we are brothers. We are kinsmen according to the flesh. Whatever you dealing with, we can deal with together. Now, if you know you got the coronavirus, come on, man, be a brother to your brothers and don't come. But now, if you just walking and you want to go someplace for healing, or you want to be around somebody, man, you could have came right here, man. No problem, no sweat. And we'd open that door for you and welcomed you with open arms, man. But that's why we slaves, man. That's why we spoiled. Verse 15, the young lions roared upon him and yelled, and they made his land waste, and his cities are burnt without inhabitant. You know what I'm saying? Like, they come upon us like lions, man. They yelling, they fierce on us, man. They destroy our cities, man. In the hood right now, we've been destroyed in the hood since the 60s, man. Since after the 60s, when they came back from over there in the Southeast Asia, man, with their heroin. They've been destroying us since then, since way back. They destroyed every movement we had to where it don't seem like it's no help in the hood. We don't have no help in our communities, man. Any help that we get, they quick to tear it down. Any false help, you know what I'm saying, they'll build that up, but they paying that brother, man. Look at your Christian pastor. Where you think most of that money come from? They go and they sell out black folks for votes and been doing that since the 50s, man. For you to go vote. We don't have no help. There's no inhabitants in our city, man. Everybody's like walking dead out there. Either they getting high or you got those fake woke people that tell you, you know what I'm saying, we got to go back to Africa or believe in Pan-Africanism. Well, Africans don't even call them Africans, man. We dead in our cities, man. We dead. But the I.S.U.P.K is breathing life, man, everywhere we go. We building up black men. We building up sisters, man. We building up our own. Why? So that way we got something to lean on, man. So we don't have to worry about being slaves no more and begging for mercy. You no longer have to beg for mercy in this place. Now you can begin to build with your brothers, and then you can ask for help with still building yourself. No more mercy. Now it's just help. Help me build this, bro. Help me do this. We got brothers online right now that if you never dealt in the stock market before, we got a whole team of brothers who will help you begin to learn and to make passive income if that's what you want to do. You want to make passive income? We'll teach you. You want to deal in the foreign exchange market? It's a brother on there right now that'll teach you. We got brothers that sell clothes. You know what I'm saying? UPKHOUSTON. Well, shout out to my bro I.S.U.P.K out of Florida. You know what I'm saying? We got Addictive Chaos. Shout out to Officer YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? We selling clothes. You got Captain Tazariak that sell oil. You want to smell good? $15 a bottle. Most times he got sales that $15 a bottle go down to 12. We got our own, and we can do more, but we need people to want to invest in themselves. It's nothing. There's no greater investment than self-investment, man. Invest in yourself and invest in your people. You don't have to ask for mercy no more. You don't have to ask. Now you got your own. You don't need to ask for a crumb off the pie. You can make your own pie. You get your own ingredients and you make the pie with your folks. And now you get a slice instead of a crumb. Now you don't have to worry about making your own pie. Now you can share your pie and nobody looks at you as if you greedy. Because that's what happens in our communities. That people see you come up and what they want to do when they see you come up. I know you know what they want to do when they see you come up, man. They want to tear you down. That's all. But see, that's not our mentality. That's not our spirit. Inherently, that's not our spirit. As black folks, when we see brothers get built up, we like, man, I knew he made it, man. That nigga made it. And then you looking for him to come back. That's what we do here in this school, man. We make it out. I made it off weed. So you know what I do? I go to the weed heads and I tell them, you can get off weed too. Look at me. I did it. I go to the whoremonger and say, hey, bro, you ain't got to sleep with all them whores no more. You don't have to cultivate whores to yourself. You don't have to collect them to yourself anymore. You can go find you a wife, and that can be your wife. And the next woman you sleep with, she can be your wife as well. You no longer have to hide behind your perversion. You can change, bro. That's what we do here, man. That's how we get out of that slave mentality. We begin to build each other up and free ourselves or free your brothers from this bondage, man, or at least, give him a breath of fresh air from this, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 16, man, the children of Naph and Tophenes have broken the crown of thy head. These are just heathens, man. The heathens, man, they break off the glory of our head, man. They take away our glory, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a Chinese store in every neighborhood, man, that's running the goddamn beauty supply. You know what I'm saying? That sell your sisters what make them beautiful. And then if they feel like she's stealing in the store, you get the whoop on them. You can't even go in there and fight back on them, because now when you go in there and you raise hell, he gonna call the oppressor, and the oppressor gonna come do what? Knock you upside the head. That's what's gonna happen. We can't even have our own glory, man. They taking away our glory in this place, man. We done built this place up, then built America treasure cities like we did in Egypt, and now we can't even benefit from it. We gotta go behind the LGBT community. Black man, right now, you less than a homosexual wearing a wig. You less than a homosexual who wants to be a woman. Right now in this place, you are less. And if that don't make you mad, if that portion of your oppression doesn't make you mad, I don't know what else will. I don't know what is going to start stirring the pot and begin to build that fire in our brothers. Because right now, we don't have a flame in this place, man. Black men ain't angry enough. We too held in on just getting by. We too held in on just making it. When does a black man want to see rulership instead of just making it? And I sit down, I have a conversation with Jakes, man, all the time. You know what they say? I'm like, man, well, what about rulership? Man, I don't want to be in charge, man. I just want my little piece. I'm gonna do me. And then everybody else, you got to get yours like how I got mine. Say, damn, man, you selfish as hell. But that's how you become when you're a slave, man. You can't think about everybody else's safety or well-being, because now you got to think about your back being beat. And now you want to escape your back being beat. So you can't think about, well, let me pull this brother over here with me so he don't get beat. You can't think about that no more when you got a wife, you got kids, you got bills. But that's just selfish, man. When Chinese people come over here, you know where they go? You don't see too many Chinese people on the streets. You know where they go? They living inside of the shop. They in there with their feet kicked up, waiting on you to come in there and buy chicken. He just came over from Xinwu a week ago. No money, no place to stay, dropped off in Chinatown, and was like, yo, whoever got work, I'm willing. And you know what his brothers did for him? He pulled them in. They trying to make sure that they don't become slaves in this place, that they don't become slaves to this oppressive society, man. That's why they celebrate their own holidays. You ain't got to celebrate the oppressive holidays if you're not a slave. You do your own thing. They still got a Chinese New Year. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the hell that is. I don't know when the hell it is, but they got one. Shit. When are we going to celebrate our New Year, which is past? So things don't think about that no more. Think about having our own. Whatever we have, we do just like them, or whatever we do, we model it right after this. So you're going to have, in a few weeks, you're going to have brothers say, well, I'm not celebrating Independence Day. I'm just glad I got a day off. You got a day off when the oppressor gave you off, and you still celebrating in the fashion of what he gave you. You didn't change nothing. You didn't do anything different. You know what I'm saying? Verse 17. Hast thou not procured unto thyself, and that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God, who has led thee by the way? We don't put it upon ourselves that, hey, man, it's something that we doing to anger the Most High. We give the Most High the glory for everything. We give him the glory when we get a new job. You give him the glory when you get your check that you didn't think you was supposed to get, or a bonus on your paycheck. Well, you know what else you should give the glory to? You should give the glory to the Most High that we in a destroyed place, but understand that it was something that you did to deserve this. If you read in Deuteronomy, book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verses 15 on down, when you don't listen or adhere to the commandments of the Most High, death and destruction is what you get. Right. We don't get to have our own fields no more because we didn't observe the law, statutes, and commandments and to do them. We did that. Even now in this place in America, we still ignore the fact that there's something that we're doing against the Most High that's having our brothers be slain in our faces. That we have to watch the news and watch our sisters be beat maliciously by officers, by store owners. Hell, get abused and harassed by the oppressors' wives and daughters in stores and parking lots. We're doing something not to them, but to the Most High to receive this punishment. That's what we're receiving right now. But they're pushing the issue. It's not enough for us to be at the bottom of society. Not only do we have to be at the bottom, but now we have to feel it. And that's what our oppressors is doing to us today. They making us feel like we at the bottom, and they pushing the issue. But something that you learn here in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, whatever you can lean on a brother for, whatever you can buy from a brother, you go to a brother and buy it. If you need to go to a heathen or to an oppressor to receive something, no sweat. Go handle your business, but don't live the life of a servant. Don't go to him begging. Don't go beg for nothing. Pay whatever you got to pay, get whatever you need, and get the hell on. Officer pull up on your car, ain't no reason to argue with the officer. The scriptures say, man, agree with thine adversary quickly, man. Agree with him quickly. If he say you was speeding, all right, I was speeding. Let me have my ticket so I can go. Do your job, get my ticket, and I'll go on. And now if I feel I wasn't speeding, we can fight it out in court. But the street ain't the court. Because if the street was the court, he the judge. And since the judge, he gonna pass the punishment, which is normally either you getting hit upside your head or you gonna catch you a bullet real quick. Take your pick. But if you want to live, hey, look, all right, no sweat. You right. I'll see you in court. 2 weeks from now, no sweat. Just make sure you be there. And if he ain't there, guess what they'll do? They'll sometimes throw the ticket away because the cop not there to prove the case. We all know it. We all know it, but how many of us actually do it? We don't do it because, hey, look, man, I'm just trying to go to work. I'm not really trying to deal with this too much. It's too much for me to deal with. You know what? Start doing the things to get the Lord on your side, man. In this place, we are taught to do everything to have the Lord be turned against us. All your rap music full of smoking weed and sleeping with whores. So guess what? We smoke weed, we deal with whores. So the next time you get popped or we see a brother that gets shot, what's the first thing they say after he ain't got no record? He got weed in his system. That shows you didn't do nothing to deserve the bullet to the officer. But who dealt the death, man? It was the Most High, because you're doing everything that's against him, man. When the brother get pulled over, because it's going to happen, and it's been happening since George Floyd. It happened before George Floyd. There was at least 6 slayings in the same week that George Floyd died. 6 more people got killed. Just the other day, they found, I believe they determined he was a Hispanic brother that just murdered over here off 610 and Ella, hanging from a tree. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing, man? Bring it into yourself, man. It is something that you're doing to forsake the Most High, man. You're not keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? We're going to skip on down to verse 19. Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord, thy Yahweh, thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord, power of hosts. We don't fear the Most High. We fear our oppressors more than we fear the Most High. That's what keeps us slaves in this place, man. Your Christian pastors, your leaders, your black leaders, your Muslim imams, your dope pusher in the hood. Everybody has been telling you that either the Bible ain't real, you don't put too much stock into it, or they try to dog feed you Christianity, which teaches you to be docile and simple. Christianity is the fairy tale, but but the Bible is the actual book. Christianity don't quote the book. The book tell you to fear the Most High, to love the Most High with all thy heart and all thy soul. Christianity don't teach you that. The Bible teaches you to follow the law, statutes, and the commandments. Christianity teaches you that the law is done away with. So you don't fear the Lord. You don't fear his power. You don't fear what he can do to you when you ignore his words and his prophets. We go out every week. I mean, just as of recently, because of the coronavirus, the pandemic, we haven't been out. But every week since 1969, there has been a priest and prophet on a street corner trying to direct the people back to the Most High. And you know what they do? They turn a blind ear to the prophet. They look away from the law. And when another brother die and they pray for it to stop, the Lord turns his ears away from that, because you a filthy sinner. And know ye not that the Lord heareth not sinners. That's what Christ said. The Lord don't hear sinners. So if you're not following these laws, statutes, and commandments, whenever you pray for brothers to stop dying and for oppressors to start giving us love, the opposite happens, because the Lord never heard the prayer get dished out. He never heard it. He didn't listen to it. It didn't make sense when it came up, because you asking for something and you're not giving out anything. Everybody, oh, well, you know, the Lord don't want sacrifices no more. He doesn't want a blood sacrifice anymore. He already slain his best son, the best man ever walked the face of the earth. He had him killed as a sacrifice. Now, because of that, are you going to change your life? Most of us say, hell no, I ain't changing my life. I only live once. I only get to do this one time. All right. We'll see. But that's contrary to the scriptures. That's highly contrary to the scriptures. But that's another class for another day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't put our fear in the Most High no more, though. You know what I'm saying? We put our fear in the police. When we see red lights behind us, we get to jumping. You get to making sure your seatbelt on. You get to thinking, man, did I turn my blinker on, man? What did I do wrong, man? What did I do? Man, and the thing is, man, in this place, it don't take much. You don't have to do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? To be pulled up. You could just be black, rolling down the street, you know what I'm saying? In your car, and next thing you know, you'll see some flashing lights behind you. We all done been there. We all done seen that, where you just happen to be rolling down the street, and then you just scared as hell. How come we don't feel that way when we see a pack of pork bacon at the store? Oh, I can be killed for eating this. Like, we don't take that same energy you put in the police and put it toward the Most High. Take that same energy you feel when you see white folks, you know what I'm saying, it might leave a car door open. Now, I'm not going to go touch his car because they might kill me. Or, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going in that neighborhood because they might kill me for going over there. Feel like that when it comes to sinning to the Most High, and see how that change your life. See how much for the better you can start living, man. See how much. But we're void of that understanding. We're void of actually fearing the things that we can't see or can't explain. We're void of that. But you know what you will observe? You will observe that your oppressor has an army. But don't understand how he got to be in the position of power he in the first place. That's because our pastors have made us void of the Bible. You don't read the Bible anymore because you can go to church. Somebody can read the Bible for you, tell you what 2 scriptures mean, and then tell you about his week. That's what keeps us in this position, man. That's what keeps us away from this. That's why there's many books that we don't read that explain who we are in this place. We'll leave the many books that explain that we're the children of Israel alone to have a pastor tell us that everybody is a child of God, that everybody is due to glory, but we all fall short. And it's impossible for you not to sin on a sinner. Then why would Christ give the explanation to a woman to go your way and be perfect if you couldn't be perfect? If you could be without sin. Today there are men that walk this earth without sin because they went their way and they sinned no more. They began to change their life. And in changing their life, they sought not to be selfish with the knowledge that they get on YouTube, they get on Facebook, and they bang this all day long. They eat, sleep, and breathe one West.
That's right.
Which is these scriptures, man. This whole Bible is one West. Bible ain't Christianity. This Bible is a book of records about the Israelites, man. And you got to understand that to not be a slave in this place no more. Take your spirit out of this place, man. Stop giving your fear over to folks that don't deserve your fear. Why fear them that can kill the body? I'd rather fear the power that can kill the body and the spirit in hell. Why would you fear somebody who can only kill you this one time? You got to come back. And when you come back, do you want to be the child of a crackhead who sell their kids off for rock? I don't think so. I would hope not. But that can be the predicament that you get put in if you don't begin to live your life according to these scriptures, man. You can be born back in the truth. You know what I mean? You can be born back in the kingdom of heaven. But you got to want to pull this. You got to want to bring this into fruition, man. You got to want to not be afraid of your oppressor, man. You got to want to be afraid of the Most High first and foremost. So we in the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes yet fail for our vain help, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. So like right now, you know what I'm saying? You got folks out there doing all the, big ups to those folks that's out there rioting, protesting. I'm never going to say that it's for naught, that it's for nothing, because it is for something. It's because you hurt. It's because you're upset that each and every day, like the generals brought out, there's 365 days out of a year. It's at least 3 brothers or 2.5 that either get beat or shot, if not every day, every other day in America. That got to blow your mind that there's almost 1,000. There's almost 1,000 slayings or beatings or acts of brutality against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in America every year, about 1,000. If we knew the actual numbers, that mob that we saw in Minneapolis would have been 10 times as large, but it would have been everywhere. But they don't bring the numbers out. Because if they actually told you what was going on, people would be more pissed off than what they just recently were a few weeks ago. But as you see, as the weeks go on, because we looking for help, we looking for change in legislation, we looking for change in the police force, we looking for them to change the system that was designed to oppress you. How can I change something that I put together? It's like, how can I put this, man? So you make a Lamborghini to drive at 300 miles an hour, and then you get a simpleton to come up to you to say, hey, look, I like the Lambo, but I just need it to go 80. 300 is just too fast. But you made the fast car for it to go fast. I didn't make it to go slow. They made the Lambo to go 300. So now somebody comes to Lamborghini and say, well, make it to go, could you just slow it down? Could you just make it slower? No. When the police forces were designed, the first police forces or badged individuals were slave catchers.
Right.
They were made to oversee colored individuals. That's what they were made. When you left or you ran away, they would go and get you to come back. If you started a revolt or you started to rebel rouse or you know a little bit too hot-headed, they were made to calm you down. That's what their position in this place was. It didn't change. It just grew. As we left the plantation, those people needed jobs. So now at their previous job, which is just to show you how resume building works, at your previous job, you beat slaves and you knew how to gain control over a group of niggas. Well, you know what? We need somebody to gain control over this group of niggas because they just saw another nigga hanging from a tree. Can you do the job? Well, I mean, you know, I used to work at the slave house where they had about 200 of them, and you know, you walk one of them over the head, you can scare about 50 of them. So if you need me to break off like 4 of them, I got 4 partners. Each of us can control a good 50. Why do you think that the police force is small in every city? It's not big because they understand that to gain fear of a populace of people, all you need to do is harm few. You don't need to harm everybody. You go find you a big dude that's 6'5", 200 some pounds. I'm just, you know, displaying the visual of George Floyd, and you kill him in public for people to know not to mess with the police or not to stir up trouble or just for the hell of it. So now when anybody else comes into contact with police, what's the first thing that you hear brothers saying now? Don't kill me. I'm not doing nothing. I didn't do anything. Don't hurt me. Every video you watch now, you see brothers begging for mercy before they even get touched because they understand they might hurt me. And if they hurt me, no justice is going to be served. But we looking for help from the wrong people. We're not looking for help from each other. When we go out and we intend to help brothers give us the slight of eye. They keep on moving. They keep on pushing down the road because who they see is helping them, is the same folks that's hurting you. You can't ask the same person that's hurting you for help. When there's a woman being abused in the home, she doesn't turn. After a while, she no longer turns to the man that's abusing her and asking him for mercy anymore. She gets on the phone and she calls another woman, a society outside of the person that's hurting her. We don't look toward each other. We look for help from somebody who's gonna come in, put it on TV. Man, you know what? We gonna stop all this. We gonna change the laws. If you know what, if you vote for what's the cat name? What's the white cat name who said if you don't vote for him, you ain't black? What's the dude? Yeah, Biden. We want Biden to help. We got to get help from Biden. So when he get in office, he can say he gonna do all of this change and he gonna do all this. But you know what ain't gonna change? You ain't gonna change being a nigga. The black experience has never changed. It didn't matter who was in charge. The black experience never changed. Didn't matter how many times we voted, who we voted for. We had Clinton in office, who they certified as a brother because he hit it, but he didn't inhale. And he had sex in office. What did he do? More niggas got life under the Clinton administration than before and after because he enacted what's known as the 3-strike law. So there was always brothers with felons. And you know what? If you strong arm something that's above $50, goddamn me, that's another felon. You going away. Or if you around other felons and you were a previous convicted felon, that's a felony. You gone. This is how they were catching brothers. Or you got caught with a sack of weed in California. At times past, it was something that was just decriminalized. But when it came to a 3rd strike offender, if you have 2, this your 3rd. You gone. This is what he did. This is what's always happened. But we don't see the pattern. We don't see it. And because we ask for help, you accept anyone's help. It's just like with the Muslims accepting the help from Muammar Gaddafi. We look for everybody else to give us help except to looking within our own people. Where the scriptures say, man, you know, you're to follow the man that the Most High raises up from amongst thy brethren. He's going to be just like you. Commander General YAHANNA is a nigga from the ghetto. He is a brother from the hood like the rest of us. No different from you and I. And this is what helps him to be able to understand what we need and what we go through and how to actually be of service to his people. He ain't afraid of his folks. Look for help from the I.S.U.P.K. We just had brothers today go out, pass out food, try to give out a little bit of healing in this place that's so full of hurt, man. In a place where you don't think a black man can actually give you healing. In a place where you look at a black man as a crook. I done had people tell me, man, they'd rather have an oppressor come in their home to fix something before they would allow a brother. I say, you got to be out your god doggone mind. At least I know if I let a brother in my house, he finna come in here and do his job. He coming in here to get paid and go home. If you let an oppressor in your crib, that sucker might recreate a key, come up in here and try to do some damage to you in the middle of the night. Brothers don't think like that. That's some devils that do that. But that's because we seek help from them. We love them more than we love our own. But that's what being a slave does to you. When with slaves, it's like what's the brother Sam L? Y'all remember Django? Like Django. Sam L didn't give a damn about them other niggas. Master was hurt. Hey, we hurt, but we gonna be all right. We's good. It's like when you see brothers at they slaves. Every time a problem comes up at the slave, oh man, we got a problem. I used to tell brothers, man, I used to work at this place called Cardinal Health, and we would go through little things, man. And I tell them, I say, man, I ain't got my issue. We ain't got wrapping paper. That's their problem. It ain't my problem. I packed it. I put it on the pallet. I ain't got nothing to wrap it with. They better fix it. I'm not the one that's gonna fix it. I'm not finna look at that as a me problem. That's their problem. But I've been like this, you know what I'm saying? But that was me. That was me coming into the truth. And even before the truth, I was the same way. I can give a damn. Because they don't care about me when I don't have gas. I don't have gas. That's not their problem. They ain't coming to fill my tank up. They ain't coming to say, oh man, you ain't putting a PBA out. Hey man, we got a problem. Our employee is not coming to work. No, because if I don't come to work and I ain't got no gas, they're going to say, you ain't coming to work. You fired. You fired. You didn't make it on time. You out of here, buddy. That's what they're going to do to me. They're going to give you that buddy. They're going to call you buddy, like you their friend, and kick you out. But they do those little things, man, because it makes us feel homely. It makes us feel like we can trust them. It makes us, you know, they out there at our riots and our protests to make you feel like you can trust them after this. That's a ploy. And you have Negroes that really believe in that see a white woman out there with a black dildo in her hand, talking about how much she loved black pipe. That it's some white people out there who actually love you. Put you versus them, they ain't fighting for you. If they was fighting for you, then they would have been torn down this government a long time ago. Because if it's a problem with them, they go right to the excuse me if I'm wrong. No, it's the state house like they did in Michigan. And they're gonna go up there with them AR-15s and they're gonna raise hell for them. They ain't raising hell for you. Even at our riots, they not raising hell because George Floyd died. They raising hell because they just been kept in their house for over 3 months. That's what they raising hell about. They're not raising hell because we out dying, because they was raising hell for that. 10 more brothers just died. 10 more. Where's the hell at? Where's the fires? Where's the shooting? Where's the looting at? All of that's done because they got their point across. You let me out the house, damn it. They're American citizens and they have rights and they're going to do whatever the hell they want to do. They want to go party. They want to go drink. They want to go to the beach. And you know what? Niggas is like, cool, you know what I'm saying? We can get out the house now. We did our riot, we did our protests. You still got the ones that still feel a little bit of fire because you know this is their moment to start up a platform. You got people who went along with all this and start up a platform. And then you got the gullible brothers and sisters, man, that's still seeking for the help of those people that require a platform to help them. We've been doing this, no platform, with platform, you know, we've been doing this forever. Before we can get on the internet to do this, there's been a priest on the internet, or there's been a priest on videotapes, been a priest doing phone calls. There's been a priest doing this thing since 1969, man. Before we didn't got all of this. We didn't need the platform. We created the pulpit of wood and went on. Now we ain't got it. Now we can do the pulpit of wood and then we can come up in here, we can broadcast on the internet. People don't want our help. People want help with their oppressor, man. The same person who killing you, same person who gives you $12,000 or $1,200, tell you that you don't have to pay your bills, and now they finna open it back up to where everything that you owed, if you don't pay it, they can now evict you now. Because there was a point in which that they had to keep the people off the streets. But now that point is past. So now everybody who owes bills, you got to pay the back pay. Now you got to work something out to get your bills paid now. This place is wicked, man. This place is vile, man. This place is disgusting. And if you don't start to feel this way about this place, then you would never change your opinion of your brothers and your sisters, man. The Most High is doing all of this, man. It's showing you they can't help you, for you to start seeking out the help from people who actually can. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them things where, you know, you look at somebody and you just know they can't do anything anymore. You know that you can't. When I look at police officers now, and on their car it says to serve and protect, I immediately think the opposite. I know that there's nothing you can do. I know that you can't protect me. You're not here to serve me. Now, when I see a brother in boots and braids and with the shield of David around his neck, I know that nigga got my back. I know he can help me. You know what I'm saying? But for them, you know what I'm saying, verse 18, it say they hunt our steps, that we cannot go on the streets. They waiting on. I just watched some man the other day. Matter of fact, I think it was last night. Seen two brothers, man. They in the car. They hadn't even pulled off yet. And the brother was like, the brother said, man, he said, look, I see him over there. Man, he said, man, he finna pull us over. And you could tell. And the thing is, man, how many of us done actually been in the car and know we finna get pulled over? You see the one right there, and you see the other one down the block, and you like, man, they finna swoop on me right now. And they do it on purpose because it's a hunting game to them. For them, that's how they get they meet the quota for the county. They got to get so many tickets to keep the county running. You know what I'm saying? You got to get so many DUIs. You got to get so many this or that. So many open and closed cases that they just start pulling people over, and it ain't at random because they know most of the time now, because most black people, everybody know at least 5 people who get high now. You don't think the cops know that at least 3 out of every 5 people on the road is high. At least 2 out of every 4 folks on the road is drunk. They can pull a person over and they know. But that's because it's built like that on design. You don't need as many law enforcement, or you wouldn't need as many law enforcement on the road if you had over half of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans stop getting high. Stop drinking and then driving. Stop wanting to be all about the party and actually wanting to learn how to build your nation. You wouldn't find as many of us on the road getting high. We wouldn't be able to be hunted. You can't hunt something that's attempting to hunt, that's wanting to hunt. I'm wanting my chance to hunt. And not in an unrighteous way. I'm waiting for Christ to give the order. Christ gave the order. I'm going on a hunting spree under the order of Christ. But we can't think past being hunted. We can't think past being abused. Not saying that we should go, but we're not going to set up an abusive kingdom. The scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, when the wicked are in rulership, you know what I'm saying, the people mourn. When the righteous is in rulership, the people rejoice. So we're not going to establish a wicked rulership. We're going to establish a righteous rulership in which everybody is going to be happy. Also, Malakwa put something so damn funny out the other day. That joint was hilarious. He said he's going to have a feast where he's going to say, you know, chicken beaks and feathers and ox snouts for everybody, for all the heathens that's going to be on his plantation. And they're going to rejoice in his name. But it's like he's going to feed them lawful food. He's not going to give them anything unlawful. He's going to supply it for them. I mean, hell, how many times an oppressor then came to your hood and gave out barbecue meat? Say, here, have a barbecue. That ever happened for either one of y'all? That happened? It happened for you before? White folks came and gave y'all meat? What type of meat?
They give you like I'm from the country, man. They give people like the stuff that you should like.
Unlawful food.
Chitlins, like
so they fed you shit.
Pig feet.
So they fed you shit.
They give you
they fed you shit.
Stuff,
okay. Okay. They fed you garbage. Yeah. So yeah, okay. Well, I mean, Most High in Christ. They came and fed you garbage. I mean, that's not a good thing. Kind of that hurts more. You know what I'm saying? Understanding what was given to you. That's the opposite of what Officer Malakwa said, which shows you know what I'm saying? But we as black folks, we look at stuff like that and think of that as a gift, which the scriptures say, oppression surely maketh the wise man mad, but a gift destroy the heart. So y'all got that. And some folks are like, damn, it's actually some good white people out there. And guess what? To turn all that good away, there's a brother that got killed by a white person probably that same day. So it wipes that away. We're not going to be doing that in our kingdom. We're going to give what's deserved. We're going to give out what's just. You know what I mean? Because we're a just people. We believe in justice. We believe in righteous rulership. We believe in doing things the right way. You know what I mean? Where we at? Verse 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains, and they laid wait for us in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Doc? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, they come up on us swifter than the eagle, man. And they quick to persecute us. We don't even get to make it to court no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a point in time where, you know, well, hell, not even at that same time, you know what I'm saying? We would get pulled over, and there's a percentage of us that don't even make it. That they'll go ahead and they'll beat you upside the head on the side of the road, drop you off in another hood, and they don't even care what they stopped and pulled you over with. They don't even care what they really pulled you over for. They really just want to mess you up for the night and get you gone. You know what I'm saying? They pursue us high and low. You know what I'm saying? The brother, man, like you got parts of Mississippi. I remember a few years back, they started to find, you know, just random black folks just out there in the deep South, lynched up. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter where you at. They've been constantly hunting us. It don't matter. And these are the same people, like I said earlier, that we seek to get peace with, that we seek for them to reform. There's no law reformation that can happen for a Edomite in the backwoods that just want to hang us. There's no law against that. There's no way to fight that. There's no way to combat that. But the same one that's out there that's just lynching black folks, that's the same one that's in blue that's going to pull you over on the side of the road. There's no difference in between them. And most often they have been the same. And if you read the history, look in the South. We here in Texas. It used to be, man, they would lock you up and they would hold you to the middle of the night. And they show it, they characterize it in movies, but there's countless accounts of brothers and black folks, you know what I'm saying, putting this out, that they would wait to the middle of the night, let you free, and then when they let you free and you have to walk home, you getting followed by a truck full of Klansmen. But them same Klansmen are the same ones that pulled you over until shift change. Now shift change over with, he can go be the deviant he always been. And that's how it always worked. They find out that a lot of these cops now, when you look at their social medias, they on the social media, niggas this and niggas that, and I'm gonna kill me a nigga this and I'm gonna kill me a nigga that. They kids is like that. All you gotta do is open your eyes and see this, that there's no type of reform that's gonna cure this. The whole system needs to be torn down with, and what needs to be brought up is a righteous system ran by blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, under Christ. Going by these laws, statutes, and these commandments, man. Going by these scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 20. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of Yahweh, was taken in their pits. Salakia, of whom we said, under his shadow shall we live among the heathens. So now you got some of us, man, you know, that think that it's cool to just, you know what I'm saying, live amongst the heathens, man. But if you're not actually doing the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, you ain't safe. There ain't no amount of safety that you can have without these laws, statutes, and commandments. You're going to have the illusion of safety. You can get you an alarm system. Your alarm system don't work on the streets. You can get you a pistol. You can get you a firearm, but your firearm only makes you thus more of a target. Example, case in point, Philando Castile. The man had his firearm. He did everything by the book. Told them he had the license to carry. Attempted to pull out the license for his carry and got shot for just trying to brandish to them that he had the right to carry. So it ain't no matter. It's no manner of safety without these laws, statutes, and commandments. You can't live under the Most High's shadow without actually abiding by his laws, his statutes, his commandments, his rules, his regulations.
Right. The
The laws, statutes, and commandments supersede any law known to man. I don't care where you are. You can be in the Sudan. You can be goddamn in England under the Magna Carta of 1519. It don't matter. That junk is garbage when it compares to the Bible, to the Holy Scriptures, to the Torah, the instructions that every black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man was given to live by, man. It don't matter. Verse 20. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Right now, the Edomites are making themselves naked. They showing these folks. They showing us what they all about. We getting to see every wicked deed. If not in the media, it's coming to light on the news. Every story coming out. All you got to do is read and open your eyes. The Most High is showing you how wicked this place is, man. But you got to want to come from up out of it. You got to want to change your life. You got to want to be a ruler instead of a slave in this place, man, to actually see the deeds that's being done. Because you got brothers like, man, I had a family member, man, he just came out the joint. And I love him to death, man, but he's such a Christian that it upsets me. And it hurts my feelings that him of all people have witnessed the atrocities. Him of all people have seen these things, but you know, he'll post all of the anti, politician and the anti, white posts and everything. But then he'll backdoor all them posts and he'll say, I don't have a problem with all white folks. Or not all of them bad. But then you'll post things as a suggesting that you're on the side of a pro-black initiative. And you really just faking, man. You really don't want to see these people be exposed. You one of the folks that hide the dealings, or when the dealings happen, that's just a one-off thing to you. And to me, that's a war crime. To me, that's against all of us. If you would do that to a good one and you'll do it to a bad one, you'll do it to anybody in between. And that's the way you should feel about them. I wouldn't care if you're a good Edomite, bad Edom. I'm going to lump you together. It's just a broad spectrum of you. I'm not going to deal with any of you. Unless for, like I say, for business. But outside of business, there's no reason to deal with them. There's no reason to actually partake in anything that they do. What do they do that's enjoyable? Not a damn thing. You go to a Hispanic party, they out till goddamn sun up. You go to a black party, I mean, some of them end kind of bad with the shooting and everything, but before all of that, hell, you have a good ass time. You have a good time. You know what I mean? But the Most High, man, he gonna make them drunk. He gonna make them naked, man. They're gonna show themselves, man. Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover their sins. The Most High is discovering everything that's being done in this place, man. And it's all on the front. And he's discovering it, and he's allowing it to be put on display for us to change what we do in this place, man. But now, as he's discovering the sin against us, the killings, the slayings, the people being, absolved of those convictions that they got 30 years ago that they had never done. The Central Park 5 that they spent a collective of 50 some odd years in the penitentiary for a rape of a white woman they had never committed. Emmett Till, when that woman who claimed that he whistled at her on her deathbed said that she'd never even seen him. He never even said to her. These things are being exposed. And what we have to do now is, again, we have to start looking for who is actually here to help us, man. Who actually can help bring you out of this or bring you into the knowledge of what's going on in this place, man. Who's doing that? Yeah, you got all these other fake Israelite groups, but they ain't got the truth. They left the truth. So ain't no reason to go to them to get a watered down version. You need to come right here. Come right here to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. We've been here since 1969. I'm older than most of those Israelite groups outside of the UPK. I'm only 26. That shows you how long they've been putting in work, or what they want to call work. You know what I'm saying? Where we at? We're going to the book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. Man, the Most High is coming to destroy this place, man. The Most High is on the way. This place is on the brink of destruction. You see race riots coming, race wars coming. You see the stock market crashing. They just now receiving a little bit of breath of fresh air, but because the coronavirus is making its second swing back around, they finna close everything that's been open for a week right back down. Everything is going right back to where it was. The Most High had this place on a chokehold. The Most High stopped the breath of this place. Everything went to a complete halt in this place. But you know what happened in the black communities and in our communities? We actually saw lift. You begin to see a rise in black-owned businesses out of this. Because now we can't go to them. We want to go to them no more. What are we spending our money with them for? Can't even halfway go out the house. But you know what? You got Johnson's goddamn barbecue around the corner. You know, I'm gonna go over there. They had a soul food spot on the north side that just opened up throughout all of this. Just opened up, just out of nowhere, thinking, you know, he figured he could just make some money out of this. And he has. It's been a good turnover of black businesses that came out of this. That just beforehand that they were given loans for folks to start up a business. So brothers and sisters actually took a hold of that. Right now, if you watched on Facebook, the brother I.S.U.P.K, out of Dallas, He just put a post up talking about that if you owned a business or if you had your own side hustle that you filed a 1099 for, that you can receive a free $1,000 to help keep your business afloat, just to put some money back inside your pocket and to keep you going and to actually help you push your business. We got a brother in here who's real, she just graduated from web design. So if your business wasn't on the web at one point, they could get you up and running on the web now. We got all we need here. All we got to do is take our spirit out of this place. Stop trying to live the American dream and start trying to bring forth the kingdom, man. So that way we don't receive none of the plagues, man, that's coming to this place. We can be far away from this. All we got to do is back away from them. You know what I'm saying? Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities, man. They sins have reached forth to the Most High. The Most High can, as the bodies have piled up, them lying on brothers to make them seem like deviants and demons when they get killed, make it seem like it's their fault that they got killed. This stuff has piled up. It's reached into the Most High. The Most High remember slavery. The Most High remember the transatlantic slave trade. The Most High remember the Trail of Tears. The Most High is recalling all of this stuff into his remembrance, man. And he's coming. He's coming to collect, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Bob?
So I was trying to see which chapter you read.
Revelations 18, chapter 18, verse 4 through 6. No, no sweat out. No sweat out. Where we at? I'm saying verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. And the cup which she has filled to her double. The Most High is going to pour out a wrath unseen on the earth to this place we call America, man. And now what you want to do is to get yourself and get your spirit, try to wake up as many brothers as you can, so that way you don't find yourself being a part of what's going to happen here, because this is going to be one for the history books. The earth is going to remember this. This is something that the earth is going to remember. But the reason why we keep having these things happen is coming up in 2 weeks, 4th of July. We're going to have brothers out there getting drunk, getting high, doing the same thing that they've been doing after they just protested. Downtown Houston, somebody is going to die. Downtown Minneapolis, somebody's going to die. Downtown Philly, somebody's going to die. Somebody's going to die because we don't pull ourselves away from this place. We want to celebrate American independence. They'll show you what American independence is about. When a police officer is free to go upside the head of a black man, and you know what? A black man is not free in this place. That's what they're going to show you. They're going to prove that to you on the 4th of July. They're going to prove it before the end. But coming up to that date, it's going to be a silence. Just like right now, it's common in this place. We watching the deaths and the murders happen, but nobody's rioting. They still out there on the East Coast a little bit. They're still out there. But what a protest said in Houston, what a protest said, in places like, I know ain't none in my hometown. I'm from Gary. Ain't nobody protesting out there. You know what I'm saying? Certain places where it's quiet at night. And it may give you the illusion that folks don't care no more. But what's really happening is, man, people getting tired now. Some people are actually starting to realize that the rioting and the protesting, it don't give you the results that you really after. And here we teach you how to get the results. You want the results? You change your life, man. You want the results? You want to show George Floyd that you love him? You should have did that before he died. See, most people, you know what I'm saying? We don't really show our love and our affection to folks until they actually become slain. We don't show our love and our affection to them folks. Here in Israelite School of Practical Knowledge, man, we show love to the black community well before a brother dies. We did that years ago. There's many of us that stopped smoking. There's many of us, like I say, we quit doing every filthy, wicked thing that we have been known to do all the way up to this point. because we actually love our people. So when you love somebody, it's not enough just to tell them. It's something that that you would have to do to show that love. And in these scriptures, man, love is keeping the commandments. That's how you show that you love somebody. You show you love black people by not sleeping with another brother's gal. You show you love black people by not stealing from another brother. You show you love black people by strengthening yourself and keeping all those filthy foods like pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster out of your body and actually becoming a strong man. You start to learn and educate yourself to be an actual part of your community. That's how you show that you love black folks, man. But we don't do that in our community. You got to get shot. You got to go to jail for somebody to scream, free my dog. When if your dog had to learn different, if you would, like we say, if you knew better, you would do better. If we all knew better, we would do better. And you never had to scream, free my dog. If people would start pushing the truth more, then we would never have to deal with some of these things, man, that we deal with in our society, man. We'd have to deal with brothers getting shot on the side of the street. Because when we get pulled over, nobody would have to say that they smell smoke. Nobody would say, well, you look like a thief. Because when they pull us over, when they see these, buddy, they see these shields, they already know it's a different ball game. I'm just going to, he finna tell me, give me the ticket, because he trying to go on, do whatever he trying to do. Them good citizens right there. I had this same thing happen to me a few weeks back. Got pulled over. Now, yeah, okay, I had an empty bottle in my seat, but it was of a bottle or something that I wanted to buy in the future. I didn't realize I still had it in my seat. When the cop pulled me over, he said, man, you got everything ready for me, huh? I said, yeah, I know what you want. You want the license. You want my proof of insurance. The registration, since we in Texas, is right there on the window. What more you want? What you need? Just go ahead, run my name, go and get my ticket. You say I'm speeding, that's cool. Let's get it going. Came back and said, damn. I mean, it was happening pretty quick, you know. He just seemed like he just wanted, he kept, well, roll down your window. Let me see you. Okay. All right. Ain't no smoke. Just took a shower, put on some of that good old Captain Cesariac oil. So I know the car was smelling good. He just trying to see. He trying to pick, trying to do something. All right. Now, after you get all your looky-loos out, what you want now? Well, you have a good one, all right? Just don't leave no more bottles in the seat, all right? No sweat. You never find a bottle in my seat again. I'm going to make sure, because I don't want you to say nothing to me. I want you to pull up here, give me the ticket, do your job so I can get the hell on and do my job. That's what we do, you know what I'm saying? But I do that, or I live the life I live because I love black folks, man. So the scriptures say, man, in 1 John chapter 3, verse 18, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something. The scriptures say love somebody in deed and in truth. This got to come from your heart. And it's got to be something that you honestly doing because you love your people. You got brothers, man, that start up whole little movements like the Black Lives Matter movement. They ain't doing that because they love people. They ain't doing that because they love black people. It's a nonprofit that the people involved in the nonprofit get paid to do. They get paid to go places. They get paid to open up different little spots in different cities. That's how they get more money. If they have a Black Lives Matter center in Houston, they get money for that. You get money to go be in New Orleans. Every little spot they open up, that's more money that the nonprofit gets to actually run the business. Because now whatever they do inside the business, if there's a manager of the facility, they get to dictate what he gets paid. So it's some money in there. Yeah, no, we can't. You can donate money to them, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it, quote unquote, for the donation. But they receive grants and all these other types of fundings to keep them running. So they doing it to get the publicity. You get the grants when you go places, and that's what keeps them moving. It's like the chick from the NAACP who was a white woman. She didn't get in there because she actually loved black folks. She got in there because it pays. You can get money from that type of thing. These things, we are non-for-profit. We don't do this. I'm not up here because I'm getting paid tonight. I ain't getting paid tonight for this. I do this because I love black people. I do this because I want better for my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what all this is for. Where we at? Verse 18. Where we at? Where we at? Nah, we're going to go up to 16 in that same chapter. Hereby we perceive the love of God, because he laid down his life for us, and we are to lay down our lives for our brethren. And so in here, man, we lay down our lives for our brethren, man. You know what I'm saying? We do this because we love our people, man. We don't do this, you know what I'm saying? Like, we go out and we teach on the side of the road, not because, you know what I'm saying, like, it's going to profit us anything, man. But there's nothing greater for you to do than to lay down your life for somebody else, man. Not to wait for somebody to be killed for you then to go out and to protest that something needs to change. We've been protesting for change since the beginning. Since movements became movements, we've been a movement. Since they was doing the civil rights movement, we've been a movement. There's been a One West. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been in this thing. When are other people going to start to join the movement? I mean, ain't like we accepting every member. Anybody can come in here and get in all black. But now, you going to stay or you going to go because of who you are, or because of what sins you actually partake in outside of here. It takes an actual soldier. It takes a man of honor to come do this thing, man. This isn't for everybody. Like how they say college ain't for everybody. The Israelite schooling versus practical knowledge is not for everybody. It damn sure ain't for no weak man. It damn sure ain't for nobody who's selfish. If you selfish, this ain't the place for you, because you're going to be asked to do things that don't equate to you eating. You're going to be asked to do things that you're going to be thirsty and you're going to be passing out water, not thinking about yourself. You're going to be thinking about other people. But that's the life we chose. That's the life we chose to be in here. When you take that oath as a trooper, or you get that name as a trooper, you don't have to accept it. Nobody's going to twist your arm. When you take that test to become an officer to teach, nobody's going to twist your arm in doing it. You're going to do it because you're saying right now that you taking these actions and you've been committing these actions because you actually love your people. And that's what type of men we accept here. Rom, you got a pocket for somebody? Got a pocket for them? If not, I'll just use my phone. Could you give me a pocket for Baba Kashaw? If I could. Because I could use my phone, but I hate pulling out my phone while I'm up here doing my thing. If you just throw that up there. The water. Going to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 22, in verse 11. You know what I'm saying? So now right here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's a lot of folks out there, man, who, you know, people die. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for a while now, you know, like we mourn for the death of our brothers and sisters, man, after these things. And then, you know, there's brothers that change because of these happenings, man. So, you know what I'm saying? And here, what we do, man, we mourn for a time, but we never forget. So we don't walk around sad because that brother, you know, was slain. Now, it does pain us, but we understand that we have to be strong for our people. You know what I'm saying? So the scriptures say in Ecclesiastes chapter 22, verse 11, say, weep for the dead, for he had lost the light. He lost, you know what I'm saying, what he could have done with his life. He lost that. The scriptures say also, weep for the fool, for he wanted understanding. Now, most often, because that man that's been slain, we cried for him. But now I'm going to cry for somebody that's outside the school even more and continuously, because you still have a chance to change your life. But you're not understanding what's going on in this place. And you keep on doing them same activities and them same actions that caused one brother to lose his life. And I'm trying to get you to not lose your life and to continue to live. And it says, make little weeping for the dead, for he is at rest. So just cry a little bit of time. So George Floyd, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. It took me almost 2 weeks to watch the actual video. I ain't want to watch it. I said, nah, it should probably make me cry. I can't, like I seen, because the video at the thumbnail of the video, he already dead. So I see he dead. I'm like, man, nah, I can't even. I don't want to do it. And now it take a lot for me to cry because I'm not that type of person. But I'm like, man, when I watched it, broke my heart. Just like many of the other videos that we seen, you know, where you see the cops roll up on somebody and 10 seconds flat out, you hear about 6 gunshots that just drop your heart. Just boom. You say, damn, weep for them just a little bit, man. But you know who deserves more? Who deserves more, man? The scriptures say, but for the life of the fool is worse than death. So we got folks out here that's just void of understanding. They void of the truth. And they live their life foolishly. Scriptures say weep for them more. Go ahead and cry for them. So we go out to the streets and we cry. We cry aloud and we don't spare nothing. Because we trying to save as many of our people as we can. Because at the end of the day, if you're not found in here, you're going to be found out there. And when the Lord deal with you, it's going to be worse than anything anybody could have given you. It's going to be way worse. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say in verse 12, it says 7 days do men mourn for him that is dead. You got 7 days. That's kind of going into the law, you know, like, so when you have somebody who dies, have a funeral for him or whatever, you unclean for 7 days. That gives you 7 days to mourn and, you know, be to yourself and get your cries out, and, you know, do your thing. And after that, you know, you come back and you begin to live life just normally. You do your normal thing, you know, you let the dead be dead, you know what I'm saying? Because the Most High, he's not the God of the dead, but he's the God of the living. So now you got to focus more on who's here, not who's gone, because who's gone, they're gonna come back. The scriptures speak of reincarnation or regeneration. So we all come back. Another lesson, another story, you know what I'm saying? But going forward from here, you know what I'm saying? 7 days do men mourn for him that is dead, before a fool and an ungodly man all the days of his life. For a fool and an ungodly man, you might as well cry for him all the days of his life, because if he don't change, he gonna be dead, just like the other cat. But now once he gone, 7 days for him, and now you focus on another brother who you have a chance of saving or explaining to, hey man, you a Jew. Christ was a black man. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we the same folks. We got to look at who's oppressing us and how do we come out of this oppression. We come out of it together. I cry for people like that don't want to hear the knowledge, that don't want to grasp on the understanding that, hey man, you can change in this place. You don't have to be a homeborn slave no more. You have to be a slave to these Hallmark holidays or to your lust. You don't have to be a slave no longer. You could change your life. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go on. We're going to go to Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiasticus again in the Apocrypha, chapter 40. Here we are, chapter 40 and 28. Which says, man, now we're going to start we're going to start at 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg. So right now, you know what I'm saying? You got all these folks out here begging and protesting and plead, man. They don't understand, man. Death is better than all of that. Death is better than begging for law reform. Death is better than begging to get the right politician in office, man. It's better to die, man. It's better to come from up under them at all costs than to beg and plead to stay under your oppressor. Because in actuality, that's what they're asking for. They're not asking for change. They're asking to stay in the same boat, to stay in the same plight. They don't want change. Most Negroes, like I said earlier, you come to Negroes and you get telling them, man, don't you want to rule the earth? Don't you want this earth to be ruled by Christ, a black man? Nah, man, I just want mine. I just want them to stop killing us. I had me an oppressor on the phone, so I work on the phone. He say to me, man, you know what, man, it shouldn't even matter, man. All of this stuff, man, it just got to stop, because the only thing that should matter is that we all bleed red. So I say, God damn. So if that's the only thing that should matter, then we must be dying, because white folks must want to actually see if we actually bleed red blood or something. Like, this is nonsense. This is crazy. And you telling me that it's you want them to stop rioting because it shouldn't even matter that the brother gone, that everybody bleed red, and that we all the same, and why should just black lives matter? That all lives matter. I said, man, you got to be out your mind. You got to be out your mind to say this to and I know I'm a black man by my voice. You can tell. It's just like, man, their understanding of it, which is most people's understanding of it, is that who's in charge is who's in charge, and that the only thing that you can look forward to them is to change or to reform, or to be less oppressive than what's believed, or to show more compassion on the lives of the people that they hold in their hand or hold in their control. Which, if you're in control, then of course, just like with your car, if you want to throw your car into a ditch, you can throw your car in a ditch because you're in control. They want to kill niggas, they in control. But now, if niggas start taking back their own control, start looking to lead your own life, start looking to lead your own community, start looking to lead your own people, you don't have to beg and plead for anybody about what goes on. You get to dictate what goes on. You get to control what happens and what doesn't happen, who's allowed to do what and who's not allowed. But that's under righteous rulership. That's under righteous leadership. That's what we're building here in the I.S.U.P.K. We're building righteous leadership. The men you see, the officers that you see, the captains that you see, the generals that you see, those are righteous rulers, beginning to build themselves up in this place. Because at some point, we're going to have to lead our people. So we ain't out here asking for law reform. You don't see Commander General YAHANNA in the White House asking for law reform. He could give a damn about the laws that they create, because he lives by God's laws. He's not going to go beg for them to stop killing black men, because he understands why they killing black men for no goddamn reason at all. So you can't go beg for things that's just understood. But these scriptures, once you begin to understand them, that gives you the understanding of life. That helps you to understand what's going on in this place, man. And how to, like the scripture say, man, if you resist the devil, he will flee far from thee. So we resist all evil. We resist every wickedness under this sun. We resist that. So there's things that don't befall brothers here in the UPK, that to brothers out there in the world, they have no knowledge as to why these things keep happening to them. That they have the woe is me mentality. That, you see the brothers, man, well, this just happened to black folks and this is happening, blah, 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 blah. You know what? We understand that it's the Most High's will that you be punished for your iniquity. And if you begin to change your life, then you'll stop receiving punishment. And up until then, you're going to keep receiving punishment. You're going to keep getting it. You got to change yourself. You want the Lord to stop punishing you? You stop being wicked. Simple as that. It's easy. The scripture said the law ain't grievous. That doing the law is easy. You wake up and breathe, you just surpassed breaking any law. There's thousands of laws in the American in the American Penal Code. There's thousands of them. And we think to not break any of them in a day, but 613 simple laws of life we struggle with on a day-to-day basis. You see a chick walking down the street and you want to holler at her, but then you mad at the brother for calling you out while you looking at my woman. God damn. If you had your mind on your own chick, or go get you as many as you can handle, you got to look at another brother chick. Or when you hit it, he say, that's mine, and you don't cut your eyes. and he go upside your head, can't be mad at that brother. Because you in the midst of about to break one of the 613 laws that the Most High set up for you and your brother to be able to get along. Because if we get along and work our things out in the black community, then that would take off half of the oppression that we deal with.
Right.
If we deal with each other better, then when we see one of our brothers getting pulled over and being chastised, and we begin to love black men, we will step in the way and intervene. Oh, you're not finna put him in no chokehold like that. What did he do? You can talk to him instead of wrestle with him. We'll begin to have more compassion on our people the more we begin to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because that's one of the hardest things for us to do, is to have compassion for each other. That we see another brother and we be like, well, what do you do? How many times y'all have seen a brother get shot and you got that one family member that's like, man, what did he do? He shouldn't have resisted. Well, why he started running? He must have did something. Damn. Fearing his life ain't enough for him to run. Damn, I had to do something bad for me to fear my life. I'm not supposed to be scared when a bad individual that I know is known for killing niggas. I'm not supposed to run from him. But now I see 6 brothers walking down the street, ain't doing nothing, laughing and talking to themselves. I got to be scared of them. But the 2 cops in the car with the badge, with the license to kill, god damn. I mean, they just make you look at your own people as if we just so wicked. I mean, dog, they make you scared of your own thing. I mean, in the black community, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you get them 6 brothers. You know, you walk past that one group that, you know, they them ones, they them boys you might have to tussle with. But you know, it's all about seeing who hard, who tough. Now, granted, they shouldn't be doing it, but in our community, that's just something that we go through. You know, they try to test your manhood, and if you come out of it, you know, on the high side of it, you get your respect. Come out on the bottom side of it, but you fight. But you did fight. They'll be like, you know, when they go home, they're gonna be like, yo, I seen him. He did give you one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be in one of them little things and be like, man, we did get him, but he put one on you though. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother life, whole nother world. You know what I'm saying? It's different, but you know, we do got that. But they try to teach you, man, that your own people, man, is just so wicked, so evil. And then we look at the people of our own community, of our own home, as if they the monsters, man. But they only learn in the spirit of our oppressor, man. And we got to learn to come from out of that, man. You got to learn to, you know, that there's a different lifestyle, you know, in this place. I got one more scripture, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to learn, man. We got to start sacrificing ourselves, man. We got to learn to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And sacrifice is probably one of the biggest things, you know, that'll help bring us out of this place, man, and help us, you know, actually grow into being a strong and powerful nation, man. You know, sacrificing, that'll be one of them things, man, that'll help, you know, get the kingdom of the Most High, the kingdom of Yahweh, man, back here on this earth, man. You know, but we got to look and not to seek for our own gain or for our own initiative, man. We got to start, you know, seeking what's best for us as a people, what's best for us as the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. We got to start seeking, you know what I'm saying, to be together again as a nation. You know what I mean? And we haven't been a nation together for a long time, but we've done things, you know, to show our brotherhood or show our solidarity together, man. And that's what we should be seeking, man. This is what the Lord wants, man. The Lord wants, where we at the book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 17, man. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. Oh God, thou wilt not despise. So what the Lord you, man, the Lord wants you to come to him broken. When brothers come here to the I.S.U.P.K, most often there's been something that's happened, something that we witnessed, or something that, you know, we just can't deal with no more, something that we're not going to deal with, that we seen one too many slayings, we seen one too many whores, and it hurt your heart. You seen one too many sisters, you know what I'm saying, strung out on dope, or you didn't walk, been downtown Houston and saw them brothers leaning up against that wall, or you been wherever you come from, there was something that took your spirit and it broke it. Your life been hard and heavy, and now you looking for just that water, that's something to just give you that fulfillment in your life, man. And that sacrifice, that's what the Lord wants. The Lord don't want the person that's living it up, you know what I'm saying, who's happy with being here in this place, happy with all the best cars and the best clothes and living that docile lifestyle. The Lord not gonna bring you in here like that. The Lord gonna bring you in here when you broke, when you seeing something that just hurts you. You know what I'm saying? When you just down on your wits end, man. We're gonna go back to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha chapter 35, you know what I'm saying? This is just the Lord, man. That's how he work, man. Don't want no high and mighty proud folks, man. Pride coming before destruction, man. Pride come before the fall. If you prideful, Lord not gonna have you up in here like that. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 35, verse 1. He that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough. You keeping the law, you bringing enough offerings. You bringing that. The Lord see what you doing, man. He that taketh heed to the commandment offereth the peace offering. You take heed to the commandment, you offering a peace offering to the Lord. That's what you giving to the Lord. And he accepts that. He ain't gonna despise that. The Lord is with that. Rather than the sacrificing of bulls, you know what I'm saying, the Lord would prefer your obedience, man. When the laws were drafted, yeah, you had consequences for doing wrong, but the law was never meant for you to pay the consequence for doing wrong. It was for you to never do that wrong. So you keeping the laws, that's enough. That's more than enough. That's more than enough. But it's not only just keeping the law, man. You got to start bringing this nation back together, man. We gonna move forward. He that requiteth a good turn offereth fine flour, and he that giveth alms sacrifice praise. You know what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice your own praise, man. You got to sacrifice that, man. You got to start giving all of your heart, all of your mind, all of your soul, all of your spirit to the Most High, man. He's going to reward you for that, because that's a good sacrifice. Yeah, all of us could be at the strip club. It's Tuesday. Well, I ain't going to be at the strip club on a Tuesday. Never in the world. But, we could be anywhere right now, doing anything that makes our flesh feel good. We could be doing anything that, would make us happy. But what the Lord is seeing, he watching that you brothers here in this classroom, trying to learn these laws. You know what I'm saying? Trying to learn these scriptures. He see the folks that's online that's actually watching the class, man, trying to figure out what the hell he actually want done in this place, man. And that right there, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, he accepting that, man. To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to the Lord. To depart from all that wickedness that you used to do in your past life, the Lord is pleased with that. You beginning to make him happy. He's starting to look at you again as a person and not just a beast, or not one of these heathens that he has no love for. Because there's certain times in the Bible where he describes us as Egyptians, Ethiopians, goddamn, any wicked, nasty heathen under the sun, he would compare you to, especially if you started to pick up their traits and their customs. Like right now, most of us in America, we look like those African Americans, and he don't know what the hell that is. He didn't create that. Those ain't his people. What he loves is Israelites. What he has mercy on is Israelites. He don't have mercy on an African American. You don't know what the hell that is. That's not what he created you to be. He created you to be a servant, his people. I'm saying we're gonna read on. And forsake unrighteousness is propitiation, which is just, to forsake is just another word for offering. It's just a good thing, like oblation. It's something good to give unto the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord. When you do these things, When you forsake that wickedness, when you forsake unrighteousness, and you begin to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're not appearing empty before the Lord. He's looking at you like a full offering with that broken and contrite heart and that spirit, and you following these laws, statutes, and commandments. You're not looking empty-handed before Him. You look like a man ready to serve, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need in this place, man. We don't need to be slaves no more. But we need to be as servants of the Most High and begin to come back to our laws, statutes, and commandments. And that's loving each other as we love ourselves, like Christ said. You know what I'm saying? And to love the Father in heaven with all our hearts, our mind, and our spirits, man. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Ron for the announcements.
We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry, tithes, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, by Asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is still the Passover, which is postponed until further notice. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And these are the security announcements.
Like that, and get a courteous salutes. I Majum, which means stand. Give a courteous salute first to the brothers. Men of Israel, I Majum Shabbat. I Majum Barak. Yahweh Shem Hawashai Barakatah. Yazmatah. Sar. Turn to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majum Shabbat. I Majum Barak. Yahweh Shem Hawashai Barakatah. Yazmatah. Dismissed.